Hi guys, this is Mary. Welcome back to Cardz TV. I know I've been away for over a week. I can't believe it's been that long since I've done a video. I've been a little under the weather, but I'm well now and ready to get back to making some cards and some videos. So today we're going to make a Valentine's card using one of my favorite cartridges. It's old, but I still love it. Doodle Charms. We'll be using, don't laugh, I'm still using Christmas paper. We'll be using this cute red and white polka dot paper from this Bo Bunny Elf Magic 6x6 paper pad. We'll also be using some paper from this Die Cuts with a View dot stack. And so many of you asked me where I got this. I got this at Michael's, guys, and I love it. It's just got the cutest papers in there. We'll also be using one of my Cardz TV stamp sets. This is Ticket Talk, one of my favorites, and you can see I have used this one a lot. We're going to stamp some tickets and some of the stamps on here, so we'll be doing lots of stamping today. So I'm going to get everything ready, and we're going to make a Valentine. The first thing we're going to do is stamp 3 of these tickets, and I've already got this ticket stamp on my Fisker stamp press, and I've just got some plain white cardstock, and we're going to use some Memento Tuxedo black ink. Now you can turn the ink pad over to ink up your stamp. I just go ahead and do it like this. It's just as easy for me. And on places like this solid part, I just give it a little extra pressure on the stamp pad. And when you're using this stamp press, you don't really have to press down as hard as you do with a block. And you can just go ahead and position it over your cardstock and just press down. And when it comes up, there you have it. Sometimes if you press down really hard on something small like this, it will spread the ink out too much and you won't get a good, sharp, crisp image. So I'm going to keep inking up my stamp and stamp 2 more tickets, and then we're going to do some stamping inside the tickets before we cut them out. Okay, I've got all 3 tickets stamped. Now we're going to use I Love You, Good for One Kiss, and Good for One Hug. And I want I Love You to be going this way on the stamp and turned at a little bit of an angle, just like that. So I'm going to go ahead and get that one stamped, and then Good for One Kiss is going to go this way, as well as Good for One Hug. So we'll go ahead and get these stamped on here, and then we're going to cut these out. And I like to use these little cutter bee scissors when I'm cutting these out. They're nice and sharp. They've got a short point on them, so it's easier to get around the little edges. And I'm going to leave a little bit of white around each one of my stamps. So I'll go ahead and get these stamped and get these cut out, and then we'll get our card base put together. Okay, here are all my tickets stamped and cut out, and I left just a little bit of white around each one. Now, this one, Good for One Hug, I turned it around so that Admit One is on the opposite end from this one, because of the way that I'm going to arrange these on the front of my card. But we're going to use a white card base, and this has been folded to make a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch card. And here's a piece of that red and white polka dot from that Bo Bunny paper stack, and I'm going to adhere this to the front, and this was cut at 4 by 5 1/4 inches. And I'll use my ATG gun to get this attached. The next layer for our card is from the Die Cuts with a View dot stack, and this is a gray and white polka dot that's been cut at 3 3/4 by 5. I'm not going to add this to the front just yet though, because I've added some of my adhesive to the back, and I have some baker's twine, And this one's called Maraschino. It's red and white. It's from the Twinery. And I'm just going to attach one end in that adhesive and wrap this around my card front about 3 times. And those little polka dots will help me get it lined up just right. I've put a little piece of tape over each end to help secure my baker's twine, and that will also help my ATG gun adhere to the baker's twine. And then we'll go ahead and get this attached to the front of the card. Next, we're going to take another piece of baker's twine and slide it under the 3 strands, and we're going to tie this in a bow. I've put a little glue dot behind my bow to help hold it in place, and I decided I wanted to put a little heart right here underneath the bow. So in the Doodle Charms cartridge on page 85, I cut a white ruffled heart and a red and white polka dot heart, and I cut these at 1.5 inches. I've already got them adhered together. I think that's so cute. And I've got some foam tape on either side of the heart, and I'm just going to slide it right here under that bow and just arrange that little bow right there, just like that. Now we're going to add our tickets, and I've got the I Love You on 1 thickness of foam tape, and it's going to go right up here in this corner at an angle, just like that. And down here we're going to put Good for One Hug, and I'm going to put this down flat with my ATG gun. And then I've got Good for One Kiss, and it's also on 1 thickness of foam tape. Let's see, it's going to go like that, and then this is going to go right here on top on the 1 thickness of foam tape. So I'll go ahead and finish getting these adhered down, and then we'll do the inside. I thought we needed a couple more little hearts on the front, so I took a little strip of that red and white polka dot, and I have these 2 heart punches that are from Studio G. I got these at Walmart, and I punched a small one and then this little medium one, and I put the small one right down here, and here's the medium. Now we'll work on the inside. For the inside of the card, I've gone ahead and added a solid red mat, another red and white polka dot mat, then another solid red and a white mat for my sentiment. And I'll have all these dimensions for you at the end of the video. And I've used the Ticket Talk set again and done another ticket, and this time I used Happy Valentine's Day. And of course I used that same Memento Tuxedo black ink. And I took that little heart punch again from Studio G and added a little heart. This is on 1 thickness of foam tape, and I'm going to add that right down here, and that leaves plenty of room to write another sentiment and sign my name. So that's our Valentine for today, guys. Thank you so much for coming by, and I will see you again soon with another card. Bye now.